Actually, you're not going to believe this. I'm getting married! I'm finally going to get married. Hi, Ray. That's fantastic news. Congratulations on your engagement. Thank you so much. This is so exciting. I wanted you to be the first one to know, so you're the only one I've told so far. We're the only two in our friends group that aren't married yet. I think we bonded very well over that fact. Yeah, I think we got along very well. Everyone in our group kept getting married one after another. That one year, we had 2 weddings to go to in the same week. But I'm so happy for you. You're getting married! When we met up for lunch last month, you said you didn't have a boyfriend then. So you met someone after that lunch? Then he proposed after a month? It's super sudden, but I guess when you know, you know. Actually, I did have a boyfriend then. It just didn't feel right to say at the time. My boyfriend Ted said that he knew he was going to marry me after our second date, but he wanted to wait until we'd been going out for 6 months before proposing. He was trying to be considerate of me and didn't want to scare me off. That silly goose. He's so generous and so loving. Oh, wow. Sounds like you found a keeper. He is so incredibly good to me. Sorry for keeping it a secret from you, though. I hope there aren't any hard feelings because of it. I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want you to feel left out. To be honest, I was afraid that you'd be angry at me for betraying you. I would have hated for something like that to ruin our lunch together. That's why I've kept quiet about my relationship all this time. Of course I wouldn't be angry about that. I would have been so happy for you that day too. We could have celebrated too. Now I wish you told me. We could have gotten a glass of wine and toasted. Oh, thanks for saying that. That makes me really happy and really relieved. When we're planning to have our ceremony sometime soon. Of course you'll be invited. Please tell me that you're going to come to my wedding. Yeah, I'll definitely be there. We're going to go all out celebrating your big day. Thank you so much. I have big plans for my wedding. I'm going to invite 500 people and everything is going to be so gorgeous. It's going to be so perfect and everyone will be talking about it for years to come. I went to so many weddings already, so I know what I want. I've been to everyone's wedding, so they better come to mine. They owe me for all I've done for them on their day, so it's time for them to return the favors. I'm not really sure that's the right way to put it. I don't think they owe us anything. We had a pretty good time at each other's weddings, too. But I also paid a lot for their weddings, and gifts, and travel, and dresses. The least they can do is do the same for my wedding. It's only fair. Oh, that reminds me, I have a favor to ask you. Will you be a bridesmaid? I can't think of anyone I would want more with me that day. You'll need to give a speech, but that's about it. You're one of the people that I've known the longest, so I just have to have you in my bridal party. Oh my goodness. I can be a part of the bridal party? It's such an honor that you'd ask me. I can definitely give a speech. I can't wait to see what your invitation looks like. I'm really looking forward to your wedding. It's going to be so much fun. Of course you are. Everyone will be. My wedding is going to be quite the spectacle. No one is going to want to miss out on it. Hi, Anne. How are you doing? We haven't talked in so long. Serena, hi. Yeah, it has been a while. I've been doing okay, thank you. And yourself? I heard that you have a baby now. Let me tell you, ever since I came home from the hospital, it's been non-stop baby things. Having my first pregnancy end up being twins has been really tough on me. I'm exhausted every day. Oh wow, you had twins? Congratulations! That does sound really tough. I hope that it starts to get easier for you. Was there something that you wanted to talk about with me? It sounds like you've got your hands pretty full. Is there anything I can help you with? Yes, I actually do have something to talk to you about. It's about Ray's wedding. You know her really well, don't you? You two always seemed like you were the closest in our group. Yeah, you can say that. We were both singles, so we were able to meet up more often than you other ladies. Why do you ask? Well, she and I got into a really big argument. Ray seems like a totally different person now, so that's why I decided to message you. What? You and Ray got into a fight? But I've never seen you angry before or even raised your voice at someone. If you don't mind me asking, what happened between you two? Yeah, I'm planning on telling you everything anyway. The argument was about her wedding invitation. As I told you, I just had my twins, so I was thinking it was going to be difficult for me to go and be there for the whole thing. But then she said that my babies aren't welcome because it's a child-free wedding. So now I definitely won't be able to go, and I told her that. After I RSVP'd that I wasn't attending, she called me and yelled at me. She was shouting something about how I was happy to accept other people's wedding gifts, but stingy when the shoe was on the other foot. Oh, wow, that is quite a thing. I tried to explain to her my situation, but she didn't want to hear it. I was gonna send her a wedding present as an apology for not being able to make it. But then she said that she wanted to be handed the gifts personally. Then she went on to say that she wants everyone attending to pay at least $300 per person, and all gifts need to be from the registry. I looked at her registry and it's all high-end brands. No way! I haven't looked at the bridal registry yet. Did she really say that she was expecting a minimum of $300 on top of an expensive present? That's certainly something. Yeah, she did. I was so surprised and shocked that I ended up raising my voice without even realizing it. I'm pretty sure I scared the babies when I did that. Then I went around and asked other people about it. They all said they had a similar conversation with Ray. She really is expecting people to pay a minimum fee of $300 to attend her wedding. Wow, I've never heard of anything like that. Even if I put the money issue aside, it's hard for the parents in our group to go. We can't bring our children. And my babies are still too young to leave with a sitter. Apparently, everyone has tried to explain this to Ray, but she hasn't changed her mind. Ray even told Nancy that she's going to cut her off if she doesn't show up. That's why I wanted to contact you. I thought maybe you'd know why she's making all these demands. I didn't think that she was this much of a materialist person. With the way she was talking before, it's starting to sound just like her. Well, I don't think there is a cause or a real reason. I think she just wants a really lavish wedding. She's really excited and happy to be getting married. I guess she wants everyone to be a part of her special day. She's been to all the weddings in her group and has taken note of all the things that she liked. She's trying to plan the perfect wedding, and that'll probably cost her a lot of money. And I guess the stress of planning such a big event is getting to her, and she's turning into a bit of a Bridezilla. That is understandable. Planning a wedding certainly isn't easy, but attending them is very fun. I don't like to admit it, but I was probably something of a Bridezilla myself. It was a lot of pressure, too. I'm glad you can empathize with Ray, but charging for the wedding is going more than a bit overboard, I think. Plus, on-brand goods on the registry? I'll talk to Ray about it and see what she says. No, I think it's okay. You don't have to do that. I'm scared that it'll just ruin the celebration. I'll talk to the others and we'll try our best to make it to the wedding one way or another. Really? Are you sure that everyone will be okay with Ray's terms? But you guys have children to take care of. We'll do our best to try to arrange something. We can make it to the ceremony, but I don't think going to the reception will be possible. I think we'll have to leave after the ceremony. At most, we can stay for some pictures, but I don't think we can leave the children for that long. Yeah, I understand that you guys can't stay that long. I'll be happy to see everyone together again. We haven't gotten all together in ages. I can't wait to talk and catch up with everyone. But I don't want you guys to stress too much about coming. I want everyone to have fun too. Yeah, that's true. Thank you. So, I guess the next time I see you will be at the ceremony. I guess so too. Give hugs and kisses to your twins for me. Oh my goodness, Ray, I'm so sorry. I don't think I can go to your wedding tomorrow. I know this is super last minute, but it's out of my hands. I won't be able to make it. What the hell are you saying? You can't pull out at the last minute. Yeah, I know it's a big problem, but I was in a car accident this morning. My injuries aren't life-threatening, but I'm in the hospital now. They're going to keep me here at least overnight for observation. I'm not even sure when they'll be discharging me. I just can't be at your wedding tomorrow. I'm really sorry. I really, really want to go.
You're sorry. That's it? Do you have any idea how much trouble you've just caused me? The ceremony was planned down to the very minute. Now there's going to be a blank spot where you're supposed to do your speech.
Well, I was thinking I could get Marissa to read it for me. She's always been such a good speaker. I think she'll be able to do it justice. If it's okay with you, I can ask her right away.
Oh yeah? You think that fixes things? It doesn't. You can't just randomly ask someone without consulting me.
I haven't asked her yet or anything. It was just an idea.
All the people in the parties were handpicked. Not just anyone can do it. I asked you to do the speech and the flowers. Having someone else do it will ruin the aesthetic. Oh my God. Now the bridesmaids and the groomsmen are going to be uneven. Like I need more things on my plate right now. I'm so disappointed. Ugh, I don't need you to do anything for me anymore. I'll find someone to replace you. You've been officially uninvited to my wedding.
Oh gosh, I didn't know it was going to cause you this much trouble.
Anyone who misses out on my wedding is no longer my friend. So if you're really not coming to my wedding, then from tomorrow on, we're not friends anymore.
What? That's crazy.
That's how mad I am at you. You tried to sabotage my wedding. I'm not going to let you off that easily. I can't believe you'd miss your friend's wedding. Some friend you are. Do you know what? I'm glad you're in the hospital, or else I would have put you there myself. I hope you stay there and never get out. I'm going to have a great wedding whether you're there or not. Oh my God, Anne, can you come to the wedding right now? The girl I asked to replace you isn't here. She's nowhere to be found.
What? The girl you got to replace me is nowhere to be found. All our friends are there. I'm sure one of them will be able to find her. Even if she isn't, you can ask someone else. You invited a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, but they weren't invited to the bridal party for a reason. I can't just ask anyone. They have to be perfect. All the other people are either too fat, too ugly, or both to get up on the stage and do the speech. I have videographers filming in 4K. I don't want someone who isn't up to my standards to be in an important part of my wedding video. I paid a lot of money for perfection, and that's what I should get.
Wow, that's really something.
All the girls let themselves go after they got married and had kids. A woman shouldn't do that. Their makeup and their dresses are all hideous.
Ease up, will you? Besides, what about Nancy? I told you I think she'd be great.
Are you even reading what I wrote? Have you seen Nancy recently? She looks like she found her doppelganger somewhere and then ate it. That's why you need to come. You're the only one that's good enough to be a part of my wedding. You've taken such good care of yourself because you're still single. You're not fat or too thin, and your makeup is always on point. You got everything. I wouldn't be embarrassed at all to have you in my wedding video. Even in HD 4K. I won't be able to see your pores. So please, come to the wedding venue right now. I also need you at the ceremony. I need you to walk down the aisle as one of my bridesmaids.
Whoa, wait right there. How dare you talk like that? Those are your friends. How could you insult them behind their backs?
Don't get all huffy with me. I'm just telling it like it is. Take Serena, for example. She hasn't lost any of the baby weight at all. She still looks like she's pregnant. She's so fat that she looks like a whale.
Oh my God, I can't believe you said that. You have no idea what it's like to give birth to twins. I just had an accident, not like you even care in the first place. There's no way I can even stand, let alone walk down any aisle. Even if I could go to your wedding, there's no way in hell I would at this point.
Stop being a baby. Her accident was yesterday. You probably stopped bleeding already. I hired a really good makeup artist. She'll be able to cover up all your little scratches. Just grow up and say that you'll come.
What the hell? You think all I got are minor scratches that could just be covered up. You have no idea how much blood I've lost or how much pain I'm in right now. You never even asked how I was doing.
Yeah, I didn't ask because you were right. I don't care. I don't need to know what happened to you. Shut up and get your butt over here now. All I know is that you want to come and you feel so bad that you think you're gonna miss it. But I'm telling you that you don't have to miss my wedding. Wait, I get it now. The accident thing is just a story that you made up. You weren't in an accident. You're just jealous that I'm getting married before you. That's why you're trying this hard to ruin my day.
You're delusional.
Do you know what a real friend would do? They'd show up like they promised, no matter what happened to them. They wouldn't be making up stories about how they can't make it at the last minute. Even if they did get injured, they'd show up to celebrate their friend's wedding because that's what a true friend does. But you have proven that you're not a real friend and that you're jealous of me.
I would never lie to you or to anyone. You better think before you talk again, or else you will be the one to regret it. I get that you're very stressed and under a lot of pressure, but there's only so much abuse that I and everyone else will take. Don't say I didn't warn you when you've left with nobody standing by your side.
Ha! That's rich coming from you. I'm getting married. You're not. I'll always have my husband by my side. And you know what it's like to plan the wedding of a century? Don't make me laugh. You're never gonna do what I did. You're the only one that isn't married, and you'll never get married.
You take that back right now.
I don't have time to argue with you. I need to marry the love of my life. I just need you to be quiet and come here now. Do your duty like you promised. Just shut your mouth, walk down the aisle, and give the speech at the reception. It's really not that hard. If you don't, then we're done. Nothing will be able to bring our friendship back.
Fine, I'll go.
See? Was that so hard? Now get here immediately.
I'll be there, but don't blame me for whatever happens after I get there. It's not going to be my fault if I bleed all over the place or get blood on your pure white gown.
What? You mean you're really bleeding? It wasn't just an excuse.
I'll go to the venue right now and crawl in on my hands and knees. I'll leave a trail of blood behind me and I'll touch everything with my bloody hands.
Whatever, stop being so dramatic. What the hell did you do? My wedding has been ruined.
You're the one that told me to come. You're the one that refused to let me rest and heal in peace. You ruined your own wedding. Calling you a Bridezilla would be too nice. You're just a monster to your very core.
How dare you say that to me? Yeah, I did tell you to come, but not like that. Who comes to a wedding with an IV thing hanging from their arm, blood-soaked bandages, and a leg in a cast? You look like you belonged in a zombie movie, not a wedding.
I told you exactly what was going to happen, but you refused to believe me. I'm not at fault, and the only one you can blame is yourself. You need to be grateful that I got myself down that aisle. I still have the speech to do, but don't you worry. I'll do that part very well at the reception.
What the hell? You think I'm gonna let you step foot into my reception? Your little performance already caused a ruckus during the ceremony. Everyone couldn't take their eyes off of you. You stole my thunder.
Yep, I sure did. And I enjoyed every last second of the stares that I got. All the kids that came to the ceremony cried when they took one look at me. I'm sure your videographer caught all of that. You can play it back over and over again later.
Why are you acting like this? You're happy that you made children cry? This has to be a part of your plan. You got all the girls to get me to change my mind about allowing children to attend. Then you show up dressed the way you did because you wanted the children to cry because you knew I was filming my wedding.
I was just doing what you told me. You wouldn't listen to what I said. There were actually quite a lot of cameramen there too. That surprised me.
Of course there were. I hired an entire crew of photographers and videographers to capture every moment and angle to my perfect wedding. I was going to sell my wedding pictures to a wedding magazine. The whole country would have been able to fawn over my pictures. But now that plan's been ruined because you showed up like a hot mess.
Well, it's a moment that no one is ever going to forget. Is that what you wanted as well? The crying children practically drowned out the music you were playing and when you were saying your vows. I'm actually very surprised that so many children were there. There was at least one in every row. But this is just the first act in this performance. I still need to do my speech at the reception.
Of course there were a lot of children. All the girls in our friends group have children, and since I've allowed them to bring children, I had to let everyone bring children. It was like I opened a floodgate of children. I should have stuck with my original plan of no kids.
Right. So many people are busy taking care of their children and took the time out to go to your wedding. Most of them wouldn't have been able to find babysitters if I didn't get you to change your mind about the no children rule. Everyone was trying hard to stop their crying children, but as soon as one child stopped, another child would start crying again, and that set them all off again.
See? I knew having children there would be a bad idea. They make such a fuss over nothing. This is all your fault.
I told you exactly how I would look, but you didn't want to believe me. You told me to suck it up and get my butt there.
What the hell is with your attitude? How dare you ruin my ceremony? I'm gonna make you pay for the videographer's fees. You owe me that much at the very least because my video will mostly be the sound of children crying. You're so horrible.
You can call me whatever name you want. I'm used to you calling me names. It shouldn't affect me at all, so call me whatever makes you feel better.
Whatever. I can't deal with you right now. Just shut up and go back to the hospital already.
But what about my speech?
Don't you dare even think about a speech. I told you to stay away. You're not coming to the reception. I can still salvage the day if I have a good reception.
Oh, really? I put so much effort into my speech, though. By the way, are you sure you can afford to lose any more guests at this point?
What are you talking about? I have more than enough guests.
That's not what I heard. A lot of people won't be going to the reception because they have to take their children home.
What? But I said that children could come.
Yeah, but you didn't take into account that the day would be too long and exhausting for children.
So, then the parents can drop off their children and come to the reception.
They can't leave the children by themselves. Who's going to look after them?
That's not my problem. They needed to figure that out themselves.
Yeah, and they did figure it out. Most of them are just attending the ceremony and leaving after.
You're wrong. They all RSVP'd for both.
Did they? Did you read each card that you got back? Did you bother reading them?
I booked a hall for 300 people. That's how many cards I got. I didn't read them. I assumed everyone was coming because I told them they had to.
Told them? More like you threatened them like you did with me. They did say that they were coming, but only to the ceremony. That was their way of appeasing you. They all have families to take care of. Some of them have young babies. They can't stay out late doing weddings anymore.
But what about me and my day? Don't I deserve a day to just celebrate me and my husband? I just wanted us to all go back to the way things were.
You need to grow up and stop thinking about the past. We are all so happy that you were able to find a man that you love. I understand that you wanted your turn and you wanted to have everyone celebrate your wedding like you did theirs. But things are different. Everyone has other priorities.
It's only for one night, one day that's mine. But you ruined it. You all ruined it. I won't be able to watch the video now or even look at the photos. You did this. This is all on you. You're going to pay. You're the worst person in the world. You're not my friend anymore.
I'm okay with that. I'll get over it. If you don't want me at the reception, then I won't come. I showed up like you wanted me to, so I've done my part. I don't owe you a damn thing anymore, and I'm fine with ending our friendship. You've proven to be a bad friend anyway.
I'm the bad friend after the stunt you pulled.
I don't want to argue with you anymore. We're through here. You can just pretend like I don't exist. Do me a favor and lose this number because I don't want you to contact me again. Hope you have a good married life. Hey, Anne, are you okay? Sorry to say, but your wounds looked really bad. I heard you got into an accident and thought you weren't going to come. I was so surprised when you showed up. You must have been in so much pain, but all I saw on your face was determination. Hey, Serena, yeah, I'm fine. Thank you for asking. My wounds actually look worse than they actually are. I was on very strong painkillers, so it helped. By the way, I want to apologize for looking so rough. I hope I didn't shock or traumatize your children too badly. Oh, we're totally fine. We were all more worried about you. Actually, you helped us out. What? How did I manage to do that? Well, since the children were crying their eyes out for most of the ceremony, they practically tired themselves out. By the time we got home, they were ready for bed. Usually it takes hours of coaxing and playing to put the children to sleep, but yesterday it was super easy. After a bit of dinner and a bath, they couldn't keep their eyes open and slept until 7 this morning. My husband and I had our first good night's rest in God knows how long. It was also the perfect excuse to not go to the reception if Ray asked. We were all afraid that Ray would drag us to the reception, but she was so mad and fixated on you that we were able to escape. Oh, so you're welcome then, I guess. For sure. You are a hero in my eyes. My husband will be going on a business trip soon, so it'll just be me and the kids. This one night of full rest is all I need to be able to power through doing everything myself. Also, I don't know if it's right for me to say this, but I almost wanted to laugh when I saw all those children crying. They were all crying in unison and then in rounds. It was just so funny to me. I don't really understand, but as long as you're not mad that I made the children cry, then I'm good. I was worried and felt bad for all the parents. Don't worry. All the parents that were there are grateful to you. They all told me so. We're also going to use this experience as a disciplinary tool. If they ever do something bad, we're going to say the zombie will come. It's going to be easy to parent them for a while, so thank you so much. I'll just take it as a good thing coming from a bad situation. The hospital was really reluctant to let me go looking like that, but they don't have the authority to keep me in the hospital. I bet. It must have been a lot of paperwork, though. When you're feeling up to it, please come over to my house. I'm going to make you dinner. It's the least I can do after you helped us yesterday. And I also need you to properly meet the children. We weren't able to talk to you during the ceremony. Yeah, that sounds great. I'd love to come over and meet them. I'll message you once I'm better. It's a promise. We're all waiting for you. Oh, the kids are fussing again. I need to go see what they need. Take care and get well soon, Anne.
Hey, Anne, can we talk? Everyone is hating on me so much right now. They all want to stop being friends with me. I've been blocked or my messages have all gone unanswered. Some even told me to my face. And Sarah, she came and shoved money in my face and said, "This is what I owe you for coming to my wedding." Then she left.
Have you forgotten? I'm also one of the people that told you that we're not friends anymore. I told you to never contact me again.
Oh, don't say that to me, especially not now. I need someone to talk to right now. I just wanted people to celebrate my day. You of all people should understand that. We've been to so many together and I just wanted the same thing. I spent so much money on each and every wedding. I just wanted them to do the same. Was that really too much to ask? Like, what did I do wrong?
I do understand where you're coming from, but you took it too far. Wedding celebrations aren't about money. It's about gathering all the people you want to be there to witness and celebrate your union. Charging people to attend was way out there, and yet they still came because you were their friend. But then even that wasn't good enough for you. It had to be just like when we were younger. But situations have changed for everyone. They have families and other responsibilities now. You can't hold that against them. A bit of understanding for that would have made a big difference. However, after seeing this behavior from you about your wedding and the comments you made, we all saw something we couldn't accept. You didn't see us as friends or even humans. We were just bodies occupying spaces, paying for a party to just celebrate you. Everyone heard what you said about them, and everyone thought what you said was inexcusable. No one wants to be your friend anymore.
That's not fair! You're all being so hard on me. My parents and Ted said the same thing. No one is willing to see it from my side. You're all against me.
Oh, even your husband said the same thing.
Yeah, he did. I thought he at least would be on my side. After all, I did this for our wedding. But he keeps attacking me and saying that it's my fault. He even threatened to annul our marriage.
Whoa, that's serious. The ink is barely even dried on your marriage license.
He yelled at me when he found out that I forced some people to come. He was also upset that I was telling people to bring money. He called me greedy and blind. He said he wasn't sure if he made the right choice in marrying me. He's thinking of leaving me. I honestly don't know what to do.
Oh my goodness. That sounds very serious.
Could you please talk to him for me? Could you tell him that I'm really not a bad person? No one else will do it. Please, you're the only one that can help me. My marriage is at stake here. You have to help.
I barely even know him, so I don't think what I say will change his mind. It's just too bad that I don't even want to try and help you.
What? Why not?
This just shows that you haven't understood a single word I said. We're not friends anymore. I don't owe you anything, so I'm not going to do anything that you asked me to do. I don't have time for you anyway. It's time for me to change my bandages. Good luck with your marriage. After our conversation, Ray tried her best to convince her husband to stay in the marriage, but she was unsuccessful. Ted wasn't able to get an annulment, so he filed for divorce right away. Unfortunately for both parties, though, they found out that Ray was pregnant. Ted will take full responsibility for the baby, but doesn't want anything to do with Ray. Ray had to move out of the house she was sharing with her now ex-husband and move back in with her parents. Her pregnancy symptoms were so hard on her, she could no longer work. It seems that for the time being, she has to be a stay-at-home mom relying on her own parents. Through all this hardship, not a single person in our group reached out to her, including me. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos.